Happy Monday, everybody. It's Andrew here again. Welcome back to the vlog. I got asked a question last week that really inspired me to hop on and share a little bit around pitching. And the question was, why would I go through the process of preparing a pitch if I'm not going after investment or going after a loan or something like that, pitching for money? And I said there's so many reasons why it's valuable to actually go through the process of preparing a pitch. And so various versions of a pitch have been super useful to me over the years. I've got like a 30-second version of the pitch for what Mashup Lab is and what Co3 is and what co-working is and that kind of thing. And a 5-minute version, a 20-minute version. And it really depends on the scenario that I'm in. But the reason why I think it's valuable to go through that process is it forces you to really think about, like, what are the most important parts of what I do and why I do it that I want to share with somebody in a really simple and concise way. And by going through that process, oftentimes we kind of just talk off the cuff around what we do, but by going through that process, it really forces us to think about what parts of how I talk about what I do and why I do it are actually the most important. So for example, the sort of 3-second or 10-second version of my pitch for Mashup Lab is I help people in rural Nova Scotia figure out if there's a great business to be built around their great ideas. And the way we do that is by running events, running our rural business incubator program called the Dream Business Program, and we operate 2 co-working spaces in Bridgewater and now in Mahone Bay. And that's it. And I don't have to share everything about the business in order to really get that point across. And that usually inspires the questions that are most interesting to the person that I'm saying that to. So they'll say, oh, well, tell me more about the events, or what's a business incubator, or how does that program work, or tell me more about these spaces. So it really sort of inspires the questions that are most important to them versus me sharing all of that information and they're only just interested in this one little piece over here. So by going through the process of preparing a formal pitch or presentation, it really forces you to be concise. So the celebration night that we have as a part of the Dream Business Program is actually a really important part of the participants' entrepreneurial journey, because on our celebration night they have to get up and in 5 minutes talk about who they are, what they do and why they do it, and where they're going in the next 90 days. And having that constraint of 5 minutes and a little extra pressure where you got to get up in front of your peers and talk about you and your business really forces them to get concise and specific around the way they want to tell their story. And that's what it's really about. So when you think about pitching as a way of explaining and telling your story, there are so many other applications for that. You know, whether you're trying to bring a new partner on board, whether you want to hire your first employee, whether you're trying to get into and get your business and through a channel partner, association of some sort. There's all sorts of different situations you're going to find yourself in where you got to clearly and concisely tell your story and who it is you are and what it is you do and what the value proposition of your business is. And oftentimes entrepreneurs, especially if they're not pitching for investment or money in some way, shape, or form, don't go through that process, and they just sort of wing it as they go. And that can work for you, sure, but I've seen how powerful it can be when people that have gone through the Dream Business Program will meet somebody new here at Co3, for example, and somebody will say, well, what is it that you do? And they like nail it, right? In 3 or 4 quick sentences, people absolutely get it. And the power of that is huge, and you can use that in so many different ways. So if you haven't gone through the process of actually putting together a 5-minute pitch on your business, I absolutely encourage you to do it. I think it's a very valuable use of time. I know life can get busy, but I think the benefits of having that story sort of mapped out that you can deliver on a moment's notice is super powerful as a part of any business. So if you want to kind of see more of those types of things in action, We're going to be doing our celebration night for our latest Nova Scotia cohort of the Dream Business Program here on December 13th here at Co3 in Bridgewater, starting at 7 p.m. So December 13th, 7 p.m. here at Co3. You'll be able to see the latest crop of new entrepreneurs in rural Nova Scotia pitching their businesses and telling their stories. So we'll see you here.